Hello and thank you for watching my video today. Today I'll be showing you how I make my high protein banana bread. I always start with matching my ripe banana. You want to make sure your banana is ripe. And here are the things I'll be using for the banana bread. I have my mashed bananas, 2 eggs, I have my Greek yogurt, I have my peanut butter, creamy peanut butter, the one without nuts preferably, and I have my chocolate chips, I have my baking powder, sugar. I always like to use cane sugar. I have my cocoa powder, and today I'll be using oat flour, trying to stay away from wheat flour as much as possible. So that's what I'll be using today for my banana bread, and this banana bread is high protein, as you can see, because it contains peanut butter. So I'll start by adding some peanut butter to the already mashed bananas. This, I always try to do my liquid ingredient first before I then mix with the dry ingredients. So I have my banana bread and about 2 spoons of peanut butter, or you can put as much as you want. I always like enough peanut butter because I just want something high in protein, so I like putting enough peanut butter. And this peanut butter has some oil in it already, so you want to be careful not to put so much oil inside the mashed banana. After doing that, I'm going to put the 2 eggs inside the mashed banana. I put the 2 eggs inside and give it a very good mix. So these are the 3 main ingredients here. I'm going to give this a very good mix. You want to make sure this is mixed well, so you have to, if you have a whisk, that will be preferable, but right now I am using a fork to do this, which also works. You just have to make sure you do it so well. But if you have a whisker, it will always be better, or a hand mixer would help at this point. So give it a good mix it up so well. And this is what it looks like after taking some time to mix it up. My banana is not so ripe, so you can see some lumps of banana, but make sure it's always good to use really ripe banana. And now I'll be adding my Greek yogurt. You can also put as much as you like, but you don't want the Greek yogurt to be so much. Just 1 spoon or 2 spoons is enough. So this is my yogurt, and give it a good mix. Also, you can also use a whisker if you would like. And this is my liquid solution here, which I'll be using for the banana bread. This contains banana, peanut butter, eggs, and Greek yogurt. I'll set it aside and try and work on my dry ingredients at this point. You take a bowl and get your oat flour. I just prefer oat flour because it's healthier. It's a healthier option, and I just think oats has a distinct taste, which I really like. And I specifically like this oat flour. It's good quality. You can also just simply blend your oats. If you have oats, rolled oats, you can blend that and you have your oat flour. But I always just sometimes prefer buying my red meal oat flour, which makes it faster for me. Yeah, so I put about 5 spoons of oat flour in there, and now I have my cocoa powder. So this is Hershey's 100% cocoa powder. I really love it. It smells great. I mean, cocoa powder always smells great. So I'll be using 2 spoons of cocoa powder here, and then after putting my cocoa powder, I'll give the dry ingredients a very good mix. And yeah, I'll also be adding sugar at this point. I'll be using just 2 spoons of sugar. Bear in mind that you can make your banana bread without sugar, especially when your banana is very ripe. It just naturally sweetens your banana bread, but sometimes I like to add sugar, and this sugar is pure cane sugar, Domino pure cane sugar. I prefer it because I just like to think it's a healthier option. And next I'll be adding my baking powder, you want to definitely use baking powder for your banana bread. You just need 1 teaspoon and you are good to go. After you've added your baking powder, you have all your dry ingredients in one place right now, and so you're going to give the dry ingredients a very good mix it up. Bear in mind that you can use a sieve when doing this. Sometimes it's always nice to use a sieve because it just helps you sieve out everything. There are no lumps in if you use a sieve, but in this case I did not use a sieve, which is also okay. But if you want better results, you would want to use a sieve in sieving out all your dry ingredients. When you are done with your dry ingredients, it's time to add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. So that's my banana bread mix with egg, peanut butter and yogurt, all mixed together, and now pouring it into the dry ingredients to give that a very good mix. So you make sure you give it a very good mix. I'll give it a very good mix here, just to make sure everything is blended in well. At this point, you don't really need to mix it, or because this is banana bread, they're different. I personally would rather mix the wet ingredients first, but it's not totally compulsory also, because as I said again, this is banana bread. So this is me mixing up my banana bread mix, mixing it up well, giving it a good stir. And this is what it looks like. And the next thing I'm going to do is to add the chocolate chips. You want to put enough, as much as you want. I love chocolate chips, so I always go in with a lot, and give it a good mix again. So something happened after putting my chocolate chips. I had a really weird idea. I've had pistachios in my house for some time now. I'm always buying pistachios. I love pistachios, and it just came to my mind, why don't I try pistachios in my banana bread? Mind you, I've never tried it before. This is my first time. I'm like, well, I know it's kind of off, but I really want to try this. I love pistachios, so I decided to put it in. Well, I'll let you know how this ended up, but this is just me experimenting. You don't need pistachios in your banana bread, except you just personally love it. So yeah, and I just personally love pistachios. I always try to experiment with pistachios. So this is my first time experimenting with pistachios in my banana bread. And now I am getting ready to bake. I usually do not use parchment paper. I don't use parchment paper all the time. What I do is that I oil my pan well with butter. So the butter just makes it easier to bring out the banana bread once it's done, and just ensures that the banana bread doesn't stick to the pan. Yeah, my hand is washed, by the way. I'll definitely wash my hand before doing any of this. So yeah, I just love the butter idea. You can use oil, but I really do not like using oil. I prefer butter. I love the taste of butter, and this is pure butter and not the one filled with fat. So I make sure I oil it well and make sure everywhere is covered, so no part of the banana bread sticks to the pan. You can use parchment paper too if that works for you, but I just prefer this. After doing this, I will then proceed to pour in my banana bread mix into the pan. Look at how yummy it looks already. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love using cocoa powder because it just gives it, apart from the taste, I just like the brown look. It just looks so yummy. And you can also decide to put more chocolate chips on this if you like. So after doing that, I'm going to put in my banana bread into the oven and let it stay for about 30 minutes. Mind you, I had already preheated my oven before doing this. While I was preparing, my oven was preheating, so I put all this into the oven and leave it for 30 minutes. I usually put my oven in on about 350 degrees, and this is the end result. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Your banana bread comes out fluffy and very nice. Yeah, I said I was going to talk about how it tasted with the pistachio. Well, I don't really think I buy the idea of putting pistachio in my banana bread. I mean, it's not like it tasted bad, but I think what will work better for this is pistachio paste and not the nuts, actually, because I feel like the nuts became softer in a way and I didn't really like it. So next time I'll be making my banana bread without pistachio and not with pistachio. Now that I've tried it, I know how it tastes. Thank you for watching my video. If you've come this far, you are the real MVP. And please do well to subscribe, like, share, comment. Let me know how you make your banana bread. What do you do differently? What do you think I should do differently? Thank you so much for being here, and see you in my next video.